Rick Brewing, NKYFan.com, here with Coach Trosper after a huge win. Coach, this is the game everyone had circled. It's got to be huge for your team from a confidence standpoint. Do you feel like you sent a message tonight?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we so much as sent a message as we just did what we needed to do. We talked about playing. We hadn't put a full game together yet. You know, it goes all the way back to the Boone game. We didn't do things right in the first half. We came back out in the second half, did it. Dixie game, everybody knows what happened in the Dixie game. Campbell County game, same thing. Last week, same thing. This week, I feel like special teams, offense, defense, and team-wise, we were in the whole game as a team and together. We talk about together we will win. That's what we did today. We came together, huge plays, huge opportunities, and everybody contributed.
You've heard them. Everybody's been talking about your defense, their inability to stop someone. They came out. They had a couple huge stops early. Cameron's big interception. Talk about the way your defense played tonight.
Well, I mean, you got to take your hat off to them. They responded, but we did some things different. We hadn't been back to full on the offensive and defensive line until this game, and we got our middle linebacker back. We hadn't had a middle linebacker, a true middle linebacker, since last year, and Zach Castleberry came back. He was a huge difference for us. Landon's an outside linebacker. We tried to play him at middle linebacker. He's not a middle linebacker. He made great plays at outside linebacker. He played defensive end. He was all over the field. Zach Castleberry comes back in. He gives us that mainstay in the middle. That helped us tremendously. So when people start to say, well, you can't stop this, you can't do that, they don't look at everything because they don't know everything. So by telling them that gives them an idea and an opportunity to understand what's going on inside a program.
Your group seems like a confident one. It never seemed like they were necessarily rattled by the Dixie or South Oldham losses. They come out here and sort of show that tonight. And were you just impressed with the way you guys handled and dominated up front at the line of scrimmage? I mean, you guys controlled it early. You didn't even have to throw the ball downfield if you didn't want to. It seemed like you were racking it up 5, 6, 7 yards a pop on the ground.
Well, that's what they were giving us, Rick. They were over the top on everything we were doing. That's how they play. They play over the top and let their safeties play downhill. They get their safeties in the box because they're two of their best players. So we recognized that, and we started to get bodies on those safeties to give us an opportunity to do those things. And later in the game, they started going some man stuff on us, and it opened up some different avenues for us. Andrew Way comes in at one back. I told Stan this week I had a surprise. I wasn't going to tell him who it was, and I inserted him this week, and he came in and played great. But that's our personality. That's our makeup. We don't get rattled. I don't get rattled. Drew doesn't get rattled. Cameron doesn't get rattled. They don't get rattled. They just play meticulous football. They understand what we can do offensively, and when you give us opportunities, we're going to take advantage of it.
Finally, how special of a player is Cameron Fogle? 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions tonight.
He's unreal. I mean, that's all I can say. Somebody needs to offer him a scholarship. I can tell you that right now.
That's exactly right. Coach Trosper, we appreciate it. His Cougars get the big win over Cooper. I'm Rick Brewing, NKYFan.com.